I was 27 when my world collapsed. Standing in my kitchen, I opened the letter that would change everything. We regret to inform you that your position has been eliminated. After 7 years of loyalty, 80-hour weeks, and 3 promotions, I was discarded without warning. My mortgage, my plans, my identity, all suddenly in question. That night, I sat on my kitchen floor and sobbed until sunrise. What I didn't know then was that this moment would become either the worst thing that ever happened to me or the best. The difference would depend entirely on one choice. Today, I want to share 2 stories that reveal the hidden power we all possess when life breaks us open. The first path. Michael's story. Michael had the life most people dream about. At 28, he had a stable job, a house with a yard, and a girlfriend he'd loved since high school. For 10 years, they'd built their relationship, planning their wedding, their dream home, even names for their future children. Michael worked tirelessly to make these dreams reality. One week, Michael left town for work. Midway through his trip, he learned he could return early and decided to surprise his girlfriend with flowers and chocolates, a spontaneous gesture she'd always wished he'd make more often. As Michael walked through his front door, bouquet in hand, he noticed unfamiliar shoes in the entryway. Strange, but he assumed she had friends over. Downstairs was empty, though an open wine bottle sat on the counter. Upstairs, the house was quiet until he reached the bedroom door. What he saw next shattered his world in an instant. His girlfriend of 10 years in bed with another man. His stomach knotted, his head pounded. All he could say was, "You need to leave." The next day, she was gone. The following months became Michael's personal hell. His work suffered. He stopped exercising. He withdrew from friends and family. Nights became an endless cycle of television and resentment. "How could she do this to me?" he'd asked the empty room. "I gave her everything. She ruined my life." This spiral continued until Michael nearly lost his job. Though he managed to do the minimum to stay employed, his spirit was broken. Years passed, and while Michael survived, he never truly lived again. His tragedy became his identity, his excuse, his prison. The second path. Paul's story. Paul's story begins identically. Same age, same girlfriend of 10 years, same devastating discovery of betrayal. Like Michael, Paul was heartbroken. He told her to leave and spent weeks in agony, questioning everything. But then Paul did something remarkable. Instead of just blaming her, he asked himself, "Did I contribute to this situation in any way?" Paul called his ex-girlfriend. Surprised, she hesitated before answering. "I guess I just lost attraction to you. I'm sorry." This painful truth became Paul's turning point. Instead of remaining trapped in bitterness, he made a commitment to transform himself. He started small. Just go into the gym 3 times weekly. After establishing this habit, he improved his diet. When his physical health stabilized, he refocused on his career and began exploring his long-held dream of starting a business. When dating his girlfriend, Paul's evenings consisted of Netflix and comfort. Now, with those hours empty, he invested in himself and his aspirations. The additional work caused sleep issues, so Paul researched better sleep habits and discovered meditation, which reduced his overall stress. Month by month, Paul rebuilt himself, not just to where he was before, but beyond what he'd ever been. He networked on weekends, developed new hobbies, and eventually met a mentor who helped him scale his side business until it surpassed his salary. With financial freedom and no relationship tying him down, Paul fulfilled a childhood dream, moving to Italy to study Italian. 6 months later, sitting on an Italian beach watching the sunset, Paul felt genuine happiness for the first time since the breakup. Reflecting on his journey, Paul realized something profound. As painful as finding her with another man was, and it broke my heart completely, It might have been the best thing that ever happened to me. Without that moment, I'd never have started working out regularly, improved my diet, built my business, or fulfilled my dream of living in Italy. I'd still be in my comfortable rut, watching Netflix every night, letting my dreams die slowly. The choice that defines us. The lesson is simple, yet life-changing. When tragedy strikes, whether betrayal, loss, failure, or illness, we cannot control what happens, but we have absolute control over how we respond. If you respond like Michael, tragedy becomes the worst thing that ever happened to you, a wound that never heals. If you respond like Paul, tragedy can become the catalyst for transformation, the painful but necessary push toward a better life than you ever imagined. I'm not saying don't grieve. Feel the pain. Take time to heal. But don't stay there forever. When I lost my job 3 years ago, I had a choice. I could become bitter and blame the company for my misfortune. Or I could use this disruption to pursue the writing career I'd always dreamed of, but was too afraid to attempt. I chose the latter. Today, I'm doing work I love, earning more than before, and living with purpose rather than just security. So I ask you, when tragedy next strikes your life, and it will, which path will you choose? If this resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.